All right. This is a bad start. I'm already losing you.
You already lost people?
No, not lost people. I lost connection to you.
Oh, shit.
Oopsie.
No, I thought we started and then we suddenly just lost all of our followers.
They're just like, sorry, we're not down for this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to this very impromptu reading. My name is Gus David Sanchez. I'm the president at Blank Conversations Theater Company. And today I'm joined by a very special guest of mine. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Luca Silver, and I wrote, with Gus, the play that we are about to read. I'm a filmmaker. For those of you who don't know, I feel like it's mostly our friends on here, but I'm a filmmaker. I sometimes write plays. I also do all kinds of different stuff. I do photography. I will do commercials. I will do music videos.
This is like a Fiverr intro.
Act. What's that?
I said this is like a Fiverr intro.
I know, exactly. This is my LinkedIn. I'm reading off of my LinkedIn right now. $15 an hour, please. Okay, anyway, that's it.
Will complete poster for $5.
Yeah, exactly. We'll work for food. So.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me. Today's reading is a play called Unhappy Holidays, which is a show Luca and I wrote our junior year of high school. It's a Christmas epic, unlike any other, and we really outdid ourselves with this one, so to speak. So I'm very excited to present this to a wider audience than just the 12 people we had at Centennial High School.
Right. This is a story that crosses race, it crosses religions, it crosses gender. It breaks barriers, and honestly, I felt like we kind of opened the door for a lot of new material at Centennial.
No, I agree. We really set the bar for what can be done in a high school setting.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, no, I agree completely. I got chat open right now, so if at any point you just want to say, fuck Christmas, we'll make note of that. We'll make a note of that.
Yeah. Performance notes, if you guys have any,
If you have any suggestions on how we could do better as performers, then please let us know.
Yeah. If you have a line reading that you want to give us, that's cool.
Oh, I think I finally caught that mosquito.
Oh, did you get it?
No, he just disappeared. So that's another.
Do the same. Where you hold your hand really still and then you.
Wait. Oh, never mind. He went that way. Damn it. Well, that's going to be another...
Before this is over, we will kill that mosquito.
Oh, you bet.
Making the promise right now.
Maddie just put in the chat, he said, Gus, I hear you twice, once on stream and one below me. Hello, Maddie from upstairs. All right, but yeah, fuck Christmas. I don't know what else to say before we get into this.
All the Christians just left.
Just I don't know if I'm really down for that.
Fuck Christmas, fuck Hanukkah, fuck
Charlie Brown.
Anything else we talk about this, but also love Christmas and love Hanukkah. We believe in nothing.
Yeah. Very good.
I don't truly believe in anything.
We don't. Holidays is for everyone, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes they can be unhappy.
That's true. Oh, that ties it all back together.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really what we wanted to show with this play when we wrote it, was that sometimes...
we can tie it all back together.
Sometimes it goes the other way.
Yeah.
So...
That is a true point, to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah.
So, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We'll just... I think what we're doing is we're just gonna alternate. We're just gonna take a character in each scene and just ride along for it.
Yeah. I wanted to ask really quick before we start, is there anything that you remember from when we wrote this as to why this was created? Why the fuck did we do this in the first place?
I think, honestly...
Just for, like, context, right?
Yeah, for context. I think, at the time, I was the president of the after-school program over at Centennial. And I wanted to, like, do some more fundraising, because that's just, what we needed. And you and I talked about writing, like, a show together, and I mentioned, like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did, like, a Christmas show? Like, if we wrote, like, a traditional Christmas story. Not like the play A Christmas Story, but,
If we wrote a Christmas story.
We wrote A Christmas Story. But,
right.
Yeah, we just wanted to raise some money, and we just wrote the show thinking, like, people are going to come out, and surprised they didn't. But, we still got a good play out of it, so to speak.
Right.
So, but I honestly don't know why else we would have wrote the show.
Yeah. I also feel like it was a lot having to do with, I don't know, kind of being bored in some of the classes that we were in, and like going into the back room at Miss Prentice's class and like working on at lunches and stuff like that. So yeah. I feel like this is a product of just like the two of us trying to make each other laugh also.
Oh, absolutely. It's just try to be a hoot, so to speak.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I'd say without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay.
I'll just read the very brief notes. I won't break down the characters. That's what the play's for. The Unhappy Holidays. Yeah, Unhappy Holidays, written by Gus David Sanchez and Luca Silver. We opened the show December 12th, 2017 at Centennial High School, and then never touched it again.
How many years ago was that? 4, 3?
3. 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, 3 years ago, didn't look at it after that. Unhappy Holidays was written as a joke on common Christmas stories. I guess that's your answer. It wasn't written as a critique on like religious holidays. It was purely for like entertainment purposes. I guess that's what you could say.
Yeah. Sure.
Luca just has like a little bit of a like underlying feeling about it. He's like, no, I wanted to make fun of the Jews. The ideas found in this play obviously are rooted in like the religious concepts, but in no way was it meant to like just poke fun at people. It was just more of like a joke about the whole shebang, basically. It's not, I mean, I get, that's really all I have to say. So let's go ahead and
yeah, this is in no way an indictment of any religion.
Yep.
This is in no way a disrespecting anybody.
Right.
This is just me being Jewish and Gus looking like a Jew.
Right.
and us just being goofy. So
that's exactly that.
Yep.
Do you want to, since the narrators are written for us, do you want to take narrator 1 and I'll take narrator 2?
Yeah, are you doing stage directions?
Yeah, I'll do stage directions.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Curtain. The narrators, dressed in fancy suits, walk out in front of the curtain. A spotlight appears right next to them, leaving half of them still in shadow.
Good evening, ladies and...
They step into full light.
Gentlemen, before we begin, I would like to let you all know in the back of the house we have a fund for all the arts programs in the school district.
The arts are so important in our schools. So, if anyone is willing, we have a piggy bank in the back. We're taking nickels and dimes. Nickels and dimes only. No checks.
Without further ado, welcome to tonight's performance of Unhappy Holidays. Our very own cast members have poured their hearts, their souls, their very beings into this play. This is a Christmas epic, the likes of which the world has never seen.
However, the school district, what with their budget cuts, has caused our production team to encounter some serious challenges along the way.
Nevertheless, we think you'll find tonight's performance to be heartwarming, that's a typo,
Yep.
and jolly as anything you'll see this holiday season. So please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Unhappy Holidays.
Whoa.
And then
everyone went, boo, boo.
And then everyone promptly stood up and left.
They left absolutely no nickels and dimes for us.
Yeah.
All right. Prologue. A Greek chorus takes the stage. A menorah on one side and a Christmas tree on another. When the frigid
air. You want me to start? Or do you want to start?
You start this time. Sorry. Oopsie.
Okay. How many chorus people are there? 3?
There are 3 chorus people. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we're good.
When the frigid air carried the sounds of carol.
Someone off stage sings an out of tune melody. Yahoo! On the day in which the first snow began to fall, she stops short, looking off stage. Nothing happens. On the day in which the first snow began to fall,
and then a pair of hands through it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Lots of visual jokes so far that absolutely do not play.
They do not work on this live stream right now. I should have had this stuff prepared.
I know. Oh wait.
You read chorus 3.
Oh, number 3. Okay.
Yep.
Bound in shackles made from moral.
A man comes into the light on the menorah side. A girl does the same near the Christmas tree.
2 prisoners chained since birth, their hearts made to feel small.
2 women join either side. On the Jewish side, the woman fixes a spot in the man's hair. Mom, stop!
Feelings hidden from sight, their desires could not be contained.
But in about 5 minutes' time, all of that will change.
A little Dr. Seuss thing going on there.
Yeah.
It rhymed.
We rhymed. I just remember you and I thinking like, oh, if we had like a chorus to explain the story, then, it'll keep it going.
Right.
And it didn't.
I just love the line "bound in shackles, made from morals."
It's in like a Nietzsche book.
I know. Yeah, it also like does not roll off the tongue at all. It's like the clunkiest thing to say.
Nope. Yeah, it's definitely a little clunky. Teehee.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Do you want me to lead this one?
Yeah, so we got James and Thomas. Who are you?
I'll do James.
Okay. I am Thomas then.
Very good. Scene 1. Stonewall. Thomas, a kind-hearted Jewish boy in his late teens, rests his head on his hands as he sits and mopes. Enter James, who sees Thomas and immediately knows what's going on. Thomas.
What?
Are you doing Charlie Brown?
Yes.
Are you sad because you don't know the true meaning of Christmas?
Hanukkah.
Are you sad because you don't know the true meaning of Hanukkah?
Yes.
James sits down with him. Now he's Linus.
I mean, what do you think the true meaning of Hanukkah is? Is it that we should always trust our family first? Or it should be, is it that we should put our faith in God? What do you think Hanukkah's all about?
I'm an atheist.
Oh.
I like the looks away. It's
Yeah.
like a, oh.
Oh, you're one of them.
You're one of, oh, sorry, you can't hang out with us. What happened that caused you to be all contemplative?
When I get married, I have to marry a Jewish girl. It's the only thing my mom cares about. I mean, every day when I come home, it's, you know who I saw the other day? Oh, so-and-so. You two would be perfect for each other. Oh, you know who I saw the other day? What's her name? You two would be perfect for each other. And it's not that I don't want to marry a Jewish girl. It's that, well, but what if I fall in love with someone else?
So marry her.
I can't. My mom would have a heart attack and go to heaven.
Jesus.
No, he wouldn't be there.
Wow.
Okay,
That was really that was quite a good joke.
Great. We're just gonna shut this down.
I just love it's so like I think it's funny because it should feel like a Charlie Brown, but it's just not in a way.
Yeah.
But
it definitely feels like two high schoolers like trying to be funny.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what I'm getting away from this right now.
Yeah, this could use another draft or so.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Thomas stares off, thinking, as a group of girls walk past, all in thin winter coats. Tailing them is a girl wrapped in like 10.
Yeah, maybe you should play that part.
Yeah, I'll put this
because we'll be talking.
Right. Guys, wait! Thomas is suddenly transfixed. She stumbles after them, off stage.
Like her, Rachel. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's amazing. But it'd never work.
Huh?
I mean, well, her mom is intense. I mean, she's basically a prisoner.
Oh, no, I know. The chorus just said that, actually.
Got him.
Nice. Meta humor. Really did him with that
And then there's my mom. I just don't know what to do. I can't fall in love without losing her.
Listen, I don't know much about Chanukah, but if there's some, I don't know, moral to be taken away from all this, it's this. The only person you should put your faith in is yourself.
Bars. Are you doing Charlie Brown?
What? No, that was a sincere moment.
Alrighty, well, I gotta get home. Ma's cooking and the kitchen's probably on fire.
James sighs in disappointment as Thomas exits stage right. Lights go down. Well, that was scene 1.
Good first scene establishes, the characters and the themes.
Right, yeah. It's a little I think the one thing I would change besides maybe this whole show is the line she's basically like a prisoner, because we explain that Thomas can't be with like a girl that's not Jewish, but we should probably have explained that she couldn't be with anyone that's not Catholic.
Right. Maybe we do explain that. I feel like we talk about it in a later scene. Like there's a scene between her and her mom. Thing.
Yeah, I mean it's like
so we should establish that up front.
Right. Yeah, because we do the
like that. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, I feel like that scene, I feel like that first scene should be followed directly by a scene with her.
Right.
To see what, her perspective on it is.
Yeah, that's, so. I agree with that. It would have been like a, where were they going kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I can't believe we at 17, 18 years old, two white men underwrote our female character.
oh wow,
You
it's
I can't
who could have
believe it.
seen this coming?
I know.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate.
Well, hopefully this gets better as it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Santa.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
Okay.
All right. Scene 2, Santa's workshop. Chorus pokes from stage left curtain. Oh. Meanwhile, at the North Pole. Wow, that was really good. We should, harmonize, ladies. Yummy. Pitch perfect, more like pitch holiday.
Pitch imperfect.
Nah, that's a better joke.
Last call pitches.
Last call. Any pitches? Any pitches?
Any pitches?
Any last pitches? Final call.
Anybody want to pitch?
Do you want to take Santa or do you want to take the elf? Well, I guess one of us will be reading one of the elves anyway. So do you want Santa or not?
I'll do Santa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Santa turns to audience, speaking in a typical jolly manner.
Oh. Just sorting out my 401k.
Two elves enter with clipboards. Oh, and they're Italian. Santa, we have a problem.
I'm sorry, do I know you too?
Sir, we what is going on?
Are we both Italian? Like, am I Italian Santa, or...
Well, that's explained...
The elves just...
That's explained later. That's explained in another plot point.
Okay. Should I be doing it this way?
Just wait until we get there. You're good.
Okay.
All right. Sir, we work in the laboratory that measures all the love in the world.
We have very disturbing news, boss.
Santa sits down. The facade has dropped. Now he has an Italian accent.
Oh my God.
Surprise!
I didn't see it coming. Talk to me. Oh, that's me.
Yep.
Santa, we don't have enough love in the world.
And if we don't have enough love in the world, we can't power all the Christmas lights for Christmas.
Because as you know, Santa, all the Christmas lights in the world is run on pure love.
Turns to the
And
audience.
Santa, everybody got that? Oh my God, this is horrible. Is there anything we can do to fix this?
Well, we've been running the numbers, and there is one way we can save Christmas.
Is there a single year where we don't have to save Christmas? I'm gonna change this elf's voice.
Alright.
Santa, listen. If we can get a boy and a girl from two different religions to fall in love, then and only then, we will have enough power to turn on all the Christmas lights. Where are we gonna find him? I mean, that little boy doesn't celebrate Christmas.
The elves silently give him a look.
Oh, right. The Jews.
Lights fade
Let's
down.
fade.
When we
Santa
did
forgot about the existence of Jews.
when we did this show, when I forgot who played Santa. Well, the person that played Santa, whenever he said that line and the lights faded, somebody went, "Ooh." It was just like I don't know how I feel about that one.
Oh, okay. I feel like I thought it might have been in awe, but I guess not.
That's true. It would have
They
been
were
like,
so-
"Oh right."
They were so moved. Yeah.
All the people are
They were
just like,
so
"Oh right,
moved
Jews
by-
can't celebrate Christmas or don't." Where I'm already on
The
a
lights
slippery
fade down.
slope.
And the audience finally lets their breath go.
They're like,
Tension
finally.
was so yeah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right. Scene 3. Will you take the stage directions for this one?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, do you want to play the mother?
Yeah, I'll play Frida this time.
Okay. Scene 3. Blum household. Thomas enters stage right, towering over Frida, late 60s, Jewish accent, a tiny woman who, ironically, is the one in charge.
Ironically? She's his mother.
I like how we just explained
I
the
know.
power dynamic.
That's true. It's like, see, if you think about it,
yeah.
There's something going on here.
Dude, that's so deep. Cause like, you know, like she's like shorter, but like she's like actually more like.
She's like actually taller. She's like the.
Like if you like get it, if you, like, think about
she's
it.
the metaphorically taller one.
Exactly.
Oh, Thomas, go in the kitchen and make sure it's not on fire.
All right. Thomas walks off stage. Frida tries to straighten the tablecloth.
You know who I saw just the other day? Naomi. Now that right there is a fine Jewish girl. You two would be perfect for each other.
Is this about...
getting married?
Oh, wait. No. Is this about...
Getting married?
Thomas pops his head out on stage, surprised.
Ugh, it would break my old heart to see you marry some Gentile woman.
Thomas now fully comes on stage, drying a dish. Mom, I mean, we don't even have anything in common.
Are you kidding me? You have everything in common. You both like long walks on the beach.
In Las Cruces?
You both like riding horses.
I'm deathly afraid of horses.
Well, you both like breathing air. Aha! I knew it! You're perfect for each other. Well, that's it. You're getting married.
Whoa, Mom. Slow down. Just listen to me. When I get married, I'm gonna marry a girl because I love her. Not just because she's Jewish.
What are you trying to do? Kill your mother?
I'm being serious. The girl that I fall in love with will be the girl that I fall in love with, whether she's Jewish or not. Frida, bolts up.
No, you're marrying a Jewish girl, and that's final. Ugh, you really have to go around with this nonsense right before Hanukkah, don't you? Right before we're supposed to come together as a family.
It's how I feel, Mom.
Man, oh, it's how you feel. Well, let me tell you something. Feelings are for goyim, okay? If we all married who we felt like marrying, you wouldn't have a schmuck for a father.
Thomas grits his teeth and sighs.
Now go put out the kitchen. It's on fire.
Run off stage. Lights down.
All right.
That was the best scene so far.
I think that might be the best scene in the show.
I felt, their power dynamic,
Yeah,
I felt
like,
their struggle to communicate.
It's kind of like because even though she's short, she's the person in charge in the house.
Wait, what?
What?
What do you mean? Wait, I'm scrolling back through it. Oh my God, you're right.
It's
almost as if she's the one in charge, but she's the one that's not as tall.
Yeah, she's the shorter one,
Oh
and
my God.
she's in charge. Oh, good lord!
But the shorter, but Gus, level with me here. The people that are shorter, they can't possibly be in charge, can they?
Not
They're
necessarily.
shorter.
But metaphorically, she's the one that's taller than him.
Oh. You might be right. See, this is what I'm talking about. This play was innovative.
We really broke power dynamics with this show.
Yeah, we showed that short people could also be in charge.
Short people are people too,
So-
damn it.
You want to take stage for this next one?
Mm-hmm.
Or who's in it? Oh, it's Catherine and Rachel.
Do you have a preference on who?
How about I play the friend this time and you play the main character of this.
Catherine is her mom.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I will play her mom then, and you play Rachel.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's another thing. There are some scenes in the show that I don't know. I finished because we were coming up really close on the end of the show, and I remember just like rapidly finishing the show.
Yeah, you finished it without me.
Yeah, oopsie.
I think we were kind of like, no, it's okay. We were kind of like partners for like, I'd say like 70 to 80% of it.
Mhm.
But then I think you after, I don't know, it was getting closer to when the show was happening. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Gus, I'm giving you like free reign, just do whatever you want. I don't want anything to do with it."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then before I knew it, you guys were like actually performing and putting it on, and I was like, I don't even know how the show ends.
Yeah.
I didn't know the ending.
No.
So,
Yeah, so
and I've forgotten it, luckily, so it'll be a surprise to me again tonight.
this might be one of those scenes where that I wrote without you seeing, but I might be wrong. So tell me if you remember any part of this.
Yeah.
All right. Scene 4. Tora's household. The lights come up on the Christmas tree from before. Catherine, late 60s, adorning it with ornaments. Enter the girl from before, still wrapped in a coat cocoon. Maybe you did write this. Still wrapped in a coat cocoon. This is Rachel, late teens.
Hello, my dear.
Hello.
Hope it wasn't too cold out there. Can't have you getting sick and all.
It's okay. I couldn't feel a thing.
Atta girl.
Oh, Mama! She's like Southern. Oh, Mama! I made us something for the tree. She goes off stage for a moment and comes back on carrying a homemade tree topper.
Yeah, are we supposed to be Southern?
I mean, we wrote Mama, so maybe?
Oh, Mama. Yeah.
Oh, Mama. Yeah.
I think we should do this a little bit like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna pivot my performance in that direction.
Want to get into a new character?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what's this?
I made it. It's for the top of the tree.
Oh well, honey, the star goes on top of the tree.
Yeah, I know, but I thought.
The star goes on top of the tree every year. Thank you for making that, but the star is just tradition.
Rachel looks blue. Okay, Mama. She puts it down on the table. Oh, sorry. When I was coming home, I passed by that wall, and there was that boy, Thomas.
Well, Rachel, what are you trying to say?
Well, what I'm trying to say, Mama, is... Well, I think I've got a crush. Catherine slams her fist down on a table. Rachel goes downstage to soliloquize to the audience. Oh, Mama.
Right.
Oh, Thomas. He just lights my heart on fire. Pronounced like... Yeah, okay, we did... Lights my heart on fire. Whilst...
Can they see the script as we read it
Yes, they can.
on the live? Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
So I think that right there under the parenthetical is a stage direction.
Oh, stage direction.
I think it just got
that we misformatted.
Oopsie.
Oopsie.
While
soliloquizing, I'm taking the reins back, guys.
All right, please.
Each time Rachel lists a new thing she likes about Thomas, Catherine moans in agony.
I just love the way his hair kind of like sits on top of his head. And the cute little way he laughs at me when I trip and fall in the snow. But the thing I love most of all is the fact that he doesn't care what religion I am. Well, Mama, are you okay?
I need a minute. Catherine hops up. Rachel Torres. That name doesn't fit with what we're doing.
Nope.
Rachel Torres. I absolutely forbid you from ever seeing that boy.
You can't keep me locked in here forever, Mama.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can times infinity. They stare at each other intensely for a full minute. Before Rachel gives up and storms off. After a moment of silence, Catherine sighs, walks over to the tree topper Rachel made. As she examines it, she's reminded of her daughter's rebelliousness. And then all at once, she crumples it up and throws it in the trash. Lights down, exit.
So I just remembered why. So when she says her name, Rachel Torres, that's one of the things I edited out of the script because her full name was, we put it as Rachel Jesus Christ Torres.
Why didn't you keep that? That's so good.
Is it? I just thought it was a little on the nose.
That's hilarious.
All right, I will put it back in.
Rachel Jesus Christ Torres.
I just wasn't sure if that was like a. Is that us trying to be funny?
No.
We weren't.
I guess the name actually does make sense, Rachel Torres, because we were doing it in Las Cruces, and a lot of the people that we work with have Hispanic names. So.
Well, and we were thinking like because Blum. You suggested as a Jewish last name, and so I just figured Torres would be a Catholic last name.
Maybe I'm not exactly sure.
Maybe
I don't really know.
I don't know. To be honest with you,
are there specifically Catholic last names? Are there? Do you know?
John Smith.
Yes. Yeah. O'Malley, O'Flanagan.
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Do you want to? So this has Thomas, homeless preacher, and Rachel in it.
Oh, okay.
Who do you want to take?
I'll still be Thomas. I'm not greedy. I already got to do Santa, so I'll let you do homeless preacher if you want him.
Yeah, I'll take him.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do stage directions, or should I?
I'll do them.
Okay.
Not to make that sound like I'll do them, but it's my turn. All right. Scene 5. Stone wall. Thomas enters stage right and encounters a homeless preacher in front of the wall from earlier. "Holidays aren't what they used to be, folks," he calls to Thomas. Sir, I'll tell you what Christmas is all about these days. Consumerism. Wake up, sheeple. It's the Jews, I tell you. The Jews stole our whole idea. I mean, where? Where, sir, is the Christ in Christmas?
The first part? Like, in the first few letters?
The preacher sighs and shambles away, grumbling. Thomas sits behind the wall. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Yeah. Thomas, look at me. God, but like, Jewish version, if you're up there, I don't know what to do. The only way I can accurately convey my feelings is through song.
He starts to vocalize.
Oh, great. Rachel, I just met a girl named Rachel.
Enter Rachel.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ruin your musical number. Oh, jeez, I ruined it, didn't I?
No. I wasn't doing a musical number. I was just clearing my throat through song.
I heard you say, I just met a girl named Rachel? Something Rachel?
Oh, yeah, I said I just met a girl named Schmachel. I just met a girl named Schmachel. Really nice Jewish girl. Super Jewish.
Oh, I thought you said Rachel. Because, you know, my name
Right, I know.
Rachel.
I didn't... no, it's not. It's, my name's Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. They both awkwardly laugh. Rachel's like, so, about to do something wild. Anyway, standing there for a full. Rachel's like, ooh boy. They both awkwardly laugh.
Have to forgive me at Rosh Hashanah.
Standing
God,
there
forgive me for what I'm about to do. All right.
Oh my God.
Okay.
They both awkwardly laugh, standing there for a full goddamn minute, just smiling and staring.
Well, I think I hear my mom calling. The kitchen must be on fire.
Yeah. I better get home too. I think my kitchen's calling about my mom. I mean, I think my mom is on fire. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Thomas.
Bye, Rachel.
She exits with a little wave. Thomas slowly turns towards the audience, lifting his head.
I just met a girl named Rachel.
Lights fade down.
Right. Is that the only musical moment that we have in this?
Yep. Which is really unfortunate because we could have done so much more.
Yeah, we should have made this just a full musical.
We should
get the whole crew in.
Fun fact.
Get the dance. Yeah.
Fun fact for you or for anyone watching at home. The original concept of West Side Story, before it was about the Jets and the Sharks, was actually about Jews and Catholics.
Interesting.
So we just rewrote the pre-version of West Side Story.
Yeah. This is like a cross between West Side Story and Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas, but...
Yeah, Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas, exactly. Yeah. The Year Without Santa Claus.
Right.
Remember that one? Remember all those like VHS tapes that were like stop motion and they were all about Christmas? And...
Yeah. I remember I watched the Rudolph one a lot.
Yeah. The like Heatmeister, Coldmeister stuff pops in my head all the time.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I didn't even think about that.
Those guys are the fucking best.
Yes, they are. That's crazy.
I'm Mr. Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of West Side Story, did you? So we referenced West Side Story with that line. Rachel, I just met a girl named Rachel.
Right.
Did you realize we were kind of doing West Side Story when we were writing this?
Oh yeah, that was fully conscious. Like I think I in fact said to you when we were writing it in Miss Prentice's like back rooms, I was like, yeah, it'll just be like we'll just do West Side Story right there.
Oh.
We'll just say West Side Story.
Nice.
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
He's taking a snooze.
All right.
That's the audience during this play.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute. I know this show.
Yeah, exactly.
We just need a Bernardo or Benvolio to come out, just like. Anyway.
Right.
Do you want to stick to the same characters?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Scene 6, Santa's workshop. Lights up on Santa, sitting in a chair, watching an iPad.
Well, hell yeah!
The 3 elves enter. What happened, Santa?
They did it. Thomas and Rachel finally met. Oh, wait, that's also me.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir, but they barely just met? Is something wrong? Santa, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. What? Oh my God, we have a lot of work to do.
Lights out.
That's the whole...
Wow, that was a...
Okay, that...
What a scene.
My God.
Wow.
You know what I like is that these characters have layers.
Right.
And they're just so interesting to play as an actor because you really have to get into the psychology of Santa. Why is he doing what he's doing? You know?
Speak the speech, I pray you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really a thought-provoking.
I was going to say, the other week, I was driving around and suddenly I couldn't get it out of my head, but I just started going, when you're a jet all the way till the last, or from your first cigarette to your last dying day. I was saying that all day long.
You're like, why?
I don't know why.
I have this feeling that it's going to be reminded at some point.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
So.
All right. Next scene. Do you want to take the stage directions for this one?
Yep.
Very good.
Scene 7. That's what that says.
Yeah.
Roman numerals sometimes, Stone wall. Lights up on the wall. Thomas and Rachel enter.
Oh, thank you for hanging out today. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I never really do anything on Christmas Eve, so it was nice to finally share it with someone.
Yeah, my mama had to go to work today, so that's why I was able to come.
Is your mom super controlling too?
She just worries about me sometimes. I don't know why. It's not like I'm gonna go snort crack or something.
Yeah, no, my mom is kind of the same way. I guess they just love us too much. Rachel nods. An awkward beat. Hey, well, if you ever want to hang out again or do something, I think that'd be cool. Or not. You could totally do whatever you want.
No. I would really like that, Thomas.
Awesome. Well, I'll see you later then.
Yeah, I'll see you. They hug. Oh, sorry.
And part ways. Lights out. Okay.
All right, there you go. Good work, team.
Scene, 10 out of 10. No problems with that scene. It's a perfect scene.
It's not really explained anything before or after, so it's a good scene,
It's a short scene that has no drama whatsoever. It's a 10 out of 10. I don't have any notes.
If you're listening in at home, let us know how you felt about that scene. Give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you like that scene.
Yeah, at the end of the play, we're going to be taking your calls and your abuse as you yell at us about this dumb play. What's the toll-free number?
1-800 blank.
Blankconvo.com.
Blankconvo.com. There's an X somewhere in there. It's silent.
Blankconversations.gov. Go and type in your chats. All right, scene A.
All right. Both have.
We're more than halfway through this.
Yeah, we're almost done. This and the last
and
scene.
nothing happened in the play.
Right. This and the last scene are the two scenes I wrote without you, so you will definitely notice it.
Okay. We'll see.
All right.
This is nothing if not a cohesive vision.
Yeah.
A fully realized vision.
Yes.
Okay. Am I taking the scene direction?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Scene 8. Both houses. So I guess like side by side on the stage.
Yeah, so when we staged it,
yeah,
the houses were on opposite sides of the stage, so this time it's both houses up.
Okay. Catherine and Frida sit on their separate tables, waiting for their children. Thomas and Rachel enter to their own houses. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mama. What were you doing with that Gentile?
What were you doing with that ball? What?
What?
What? Wait, should we try to sync that up?
Yeah, all right.
3. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Oh. I thought we were doing the Tim Allen thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim Allen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I was watching you talk to that Thomas boy. What are you doing around him?
I saw you at the wall with that Christian girl from... Oh, wait, no, I'm reading the wrong character.
No, yeah, you are.
I was reading the right character, just the wrong religion. Okay. I saw you at the wall with that Christian girl from down the street. You have some explaining to do.
You don't understand me, Mom.
Mama, just hear me out.
Why is it so hard for you to listen to me?
What have I told you about non-Jewish girls?
I want you to listen to me.
Let me explain everything.
I can't even look at you.
What part is so hard to get through your head?
You count it down.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Mom, just listen to me. Perfect, right on time.
Both houses fall silent. Maybe I have been talking to that girl.
Maybe I have been talking to that boy.
But Mom, you need to understand.
He is absolutely wonderful, Mama.
He makes me smile.
He makes me laugh.
And I want to
be with him.
With her. Silence. A beat. Get out.
What?
I say get out. Rachel runs off stage. Thomas, too, exits his house.
Oh my God.
Lights out. Gosh, what a devastating scene.
It really
for our
hits.
characters.
Yeah, it's when everything falls apart.
Right. I feel like, yeah, that's the act 2 sort of moments of despair.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're getting pretty close to the climax here. I can't wait to see what happens because I have no knowledge of anything.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. What's going to happen?
All right. I'll take
on the table. Anything goes. Anything could happen in this next scene.
Anything goes. Scene 9. Stonewall. Rachel and Thomas run in from other sides.
Rachel.
Thomas. I like you.
I love / like you.
That was meant to be.
Wait. Yeah, no, but yeah, what if you just read it like that?
He's like, I love like you.
Yeah, what if we both said at the same time, I love / like you?
Let's do that. Let's just the way it's written.
Right.
3, 2, 1. I love / like you. All right.
Okay. Wait, what?
What did you say?
What did you say?
Oh, I said I like you.
Oh, I said the same thing.
Are you sure?
Yep.
They run at each other and hug. Santa enters.
Comedy. Oh. Wait, what the hell?
Santa?
Yes, it is I, Santa. And you saved Christmas.
What?
And then this is the best line in the whole show. He just goes, yes. That's what I said.
That is my line.
I was pretty clear with what I just said. Two elves entered. Am I number 1? Oh, yeah. Hey, wait, you should.
I'm number 1.
Some of these elves.
Yeah, I'm number 1 and you're number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, you two falling in love has saved all the Christmas lights in the world.
You guys really did save Christmas. And my fear of horses is cured.
Catherine and Frida enter. What is going on here?
Is that Santa? Oh. Who are... oh, wait. Who are you two? Who are you two? Oh, that's our parents. Hi, Miss Thomas and Rachel. That what? Alright. I'm elf number 3, and that's elf number 1.
You're like Count Dracula. One, Miss Thomas. Ah. I'm sorry.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Where's elf 2? Oh, she doesn't matter. It's okay.
So are you all like mall elves or something?
No. We work at the North Pole.
You sound like Borat.
No. We work at North Pole.
My Santa.
My Santa.
My elf wife. Catherine and Frida look at each other in confusion. Look, we are here because... Do you think I would be doing the voice in this scene, or would I be like...
I feel like
Italian?
now is when he would have became... I think that's what we did, is now he became Italian.
Okay. Look, we're here because your children's love has saved Christmas by keeping on all the Christmas lights. And if you didn't know, Christmas lights run on pure love.
Santa turns to the audience. See? I told you. Oh. I don't know what to say.
So, their love saved Christmas? That's right! You should be very proud. Well then, we must be getting back home. We have a lot of work to do for tomorrow.
Except Santa and elves.
Bye!
Bye! Bye-bye! So...
Some character in the background? Goodbye.
The homeless creature's like...
Goodbye.
So I guess maybe you falling in love with the Gentile wasn't so bad.
And your love has done something really special. A beat. Told ya.
They smile.
Puts on the shades. They smile. Let's just smile for a beat. Mom, this is Rachel. Rachel, this is my mom.
Pleasure to meet you. Thomas, this is my mom. Mom, this is Thomas. Lights out.
Lights out.
Epilogue.
But there's a epilogue.
There's more? Huh?
And then the crowd is like, ah!
Encore,
We all left
encore.
stage. Yeah, and they all went, keep going, keep going.
They said, please finish not this play.
Come back out. Yeah. Epilogue, enter chorus. Do we care about keeping the same
No,
numbers?
it's fine.
As we did?
It's fine.
Okay. We'll just switch off every other one.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this epic Christmas story.
And if not, well, too bad.
Remember to give thanks and love this holiday season.
And when you are putting up those Christmas lights or lighting the candles on the menorah, remember this show.
This story, full of love, hope, action, and thanks.
The chorus walks to the tree and menorah. Action?
Well, I was really hoping for a brawl between the two mothers. That's what could have made the show a real hit on Broadway.
The three put up the menorah on top of the Christmas tree and exit. The end.
The end. That was a great ending.
That was
so good.
It was so good. It was a really good show.
What I like about the ending was how good it was.
Yeah, I didn't see any problems with it.
I really liked the ending because I liked it and it was good.
I really liked the end of the show because it ended.
That's what everyone said.
Probably.
So now that we've reached the end, do you remember what the audience consensus was on the night that you performed it?
So there weren't a lot of people there. A professor from the university saw it, and her critique was she liked it, and the only thing that supposedly could have made it better, which she clearly was probably lying, was that it needed a sound design. Like it just needed music, because that is something I forgot to do. Was to have a sound design person. So, which it wasn't as bad until performance, because you kind of think I don't have to worry about it, and then performance comes and it takes 2 minutes to set up the scene.
Right.
So.
How long was the rehearsal process for this?
About 4 weeks.
Wow.
So
that's actually pretty good for something this. I'll lovingly say simple.
Well, here's what it was: 4 weeks of rehearsal for the show, but only about a week and a half for the ending of the show. So
for the ending of the show, I don't understand.
We didn't have an ending for the show until about a week and a half before we opened.
Wow. And that's when you wrote these last two scenes, or this last scene?
Yeah, you can tell, huh?
Well, I honestly, I kind of think that it works for this because it's almost like funny how quickly everything just gets wrapped up.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm over my fear of horses. So
it's just like, my cancer is cured.
Yeah, honestly, I really like that, actually. I like, making, like, setting something up and then having it not pay off. I think that's fun.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just agreeing with you as if I did this on purpose.
Yeah. I feel like if we did another draft of this, we could really, like, fix a lot of the problems, honestly, with the, on a lot of the critiques, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit too short, even though it is funny how abruptly it ends.
Yeah.
I think we need a few more things.
Well, and it's kind of like what you were talking about when, like, you establish Rachel, and then, like, we could have another scene before they, like, hang out again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it needs a little bit more structure, where it's like, this is what we're showing you, then this, and then that. Honestly, this kind of feels like we were like, I don't know, and then they get together. And then that happens.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah, I feel like, especially in the scene where they are hanging out together, Rachel and Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could definitely improve, like, their chemistry with one another, and, like, giving them a reason to like each other.
Yeah.
Because I feel like right now their relationship is a little stale. You know what I mean? It's a little like,
yeah, I think the problem is like we put the meet cute in like the scene where they have the conversation, like their first conversation. You know what I mean? Because like we kind of, Thomas is like, oh, Rachel, I know her. Doesn't the audience?
Yeah, I feel like it would definitely be better if Thomas didn't know Rachel.
Yeah.
And he was like, who's that? And then, it makes the audience kind of go, oh, who's that?
Yeah. And that could be the meet cute. Like, she trips on him or something. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It just feels like there seems like scenes are just missing from the show. That's what it really feels like.
Yeah. This is good, though. I like kind of talking about this through, because we can, like, identify, I don't know, how to be better playwriters or whatever.
Yeah. Question for the chat.
I feel like we didn't... What's that?
Nothing. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I feel like we didn't focus enough on, like, actual character stuff. Like, I don't know, elements of each of their personalities. What does Thomas do? What does he not do? What does he want? What does he, and especially for Rachel, too.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they're only not even defining, I feel like their only character trait is that they want to do something that their parents don't want them to do.
Right. They're like, they just have this desire to be rebellious, and that's it.
Right, they're like, I want to... I mean, it's spelled out, clear as fucking day. They hit you over the... or rather, we hit you over the head. Yeah. I'm like, the people who wrote this, the writing team, didn't do a good job.
Yeah, the authors really need to kind of work on their characters a little better.
Yeah. what's it called? Also, like the character of Santa, I feel like is underwritten.
Yeah, very underwritten. I think just that whole, like the Santa and elves as a whole is just not.
Yeah.
They're the ones that introduce the conflict and end the conflict, but they have no reason to propel it.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get.
As goofy as the.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, because, like, they're. They make it clear in the beginning that they're trying to get Thomas and Rachel to fall in love. And they don't do anything.
Right. They don't do anything. Exactly. It's called Show Don't Tell. So...
yeah, they're like...
about that, but...
The elves are like, we gotta do something. And Santa's like, you're right. And then, fucking Thomas starts singing.
The next scene... Yeah, literally the next scene. Santa, we did it. Okay, good. Great. Done.
Done. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, it's Christmas Eve. Oh, no.
Yeah, listen. Do it. Don't tell me how it happened. Just fine.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. We might have chosen to kind of gloss over that stuff in order to keep it at a half hour.
Yeah.
That might have been a factor in it. But that doesn't mean it's okay.
Right.
That doesn't mean that's good.
Yeah, I think the problem is like we it seemed like we were trying to write a story, and when we couldn't find a way to explain the main conflict, we threw in a character to explain that conflict, and then we went back to the story.
Right, or when like you can't like show actual conflict, or when or not that we can't, but we didn't have the wherewithal as writers to do that or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like we excused ourselves by having a character come in and be like, I don't know, you can't do this that you want to do because I am the conflict maker.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't want to say we took, because it's not necessarily a bad story, because if it worked, it's connected, having a boy and a girl from two entirely different religions fall in love to save Christmas. And
I feel like that's interesting.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And I mean, we do kind of explain that, but it feels like, I don't know, maybe to me it just seems like we focused a little too much on the second conflict and not the first one.
What's the second conflict? Oh, about the Christmas lights?
No. Well, I feel like, to me, what should have been the first conflict is saving Christmas, like with the Christmas lights and stuff.
Yeah.
But the second conflict to me would be, them trying to break their like traditional habits and stuff.
Right, exactly, yeah.
But it seemed
conflicts like with the moms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the not earth-shattering conflict is the moms, and then the earth-shattering conflict is saving Christmas, and we just said, oh, here's the earth-shattering conflict. Now here's 30 scenes in this second conflict.
Right. I feel like I did want to say something though. I feel like a big strength of this, for all of its weaknesses, is that we did have a good sense of like tying the external conflict into the internal conflict.
Yeah.
I feel like that's sort of a hard thing to grasp for writers that are like trying to get stuff going and like their beginning.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially for me, it's been hard for me to understand, like, okay, you have like your external plot and then you have your internal plot, and here's the emotions of the character, and they have to coincide with the events that are taking place, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this at least has a good foundation where we're like, listen, if they do this thing emotionally, then this thing physically happens, saving Christmas, etc.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's cool to see that came up with that at least.
Yeah, and I mean I agree that it's definitely like there and it's a proponent of the story. And quite frankly, it could even go further where you say like, if you examine like their rebelliousness a little more, you can say like after the first interaction, because of the emotional experience between the two, when they go to their respective homes, they handle the criticism from their parents a little better or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, pretend that you and I didn't write this. Pretend that we're just like writers and we found this on like Samuel French or whatever. What are your like opinions on this? Do you think this is a good one-act play? Do you enjoy reading this?
I think honestly,
taking yourself out of it.
Yeah, I think removing myself from it, it would be a show that I think I'd have to dive a little deeper into, and obviously like it's no big deal because I rewrote it, but like if I had come across the script on whatever publishing site, I'd read it and just figure out I would kind of have to determine like what exactly the conflict I want to perceive is or like approach.
As a director or something?
Yeah, as a director, because like, talking about how we have these two conflicts and neither one of them is really like front and center, so to speak, or like one is more dominant than the other, but we don't make it clear that it's dominant than the other. I feel like if I was directing the show, I would have to kind of make my own assumption on what conflict I would approach harsher about. Is it more important for them to save Christmas, or is it more important for them to be rebellious? But with that in mind, though, I have read a lot of one-act plays. And, if it's not by, like, David Mamet or, like, good writers, they're more often than not really bad. And not to say they're, like, terrible, but it's more of, like, it's kind of that conflict of, like, if you take a really big story and you have to condense it in, like, an hour and a half, like, how do you do that? That's kind of how a lot of like non-professional one-acts are. And so I would kind of give this the same treatment, so to speak, as to say like, well, it's not what it could be, so to speak.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a half of a full play or something like that.
Yeah, like there's, again, like I said, like it feels like there's scenes missing.
Right. Yeah. I think if I was coming into this, removing myself as the author of it, and I'm just finding this online or something, reading through it, I don't think that I like it. I don't know.
No, that's fair. No.
Yeah. I mean, that's just me, like, looking at my own writing. And, our writing, I feel like there's, like, a deep sense of unfinishedness to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, I don't know, everything feels a little bit half-baked. And also, I mean, this is no fault of our own, like, 17 selves. But I feel like my sense of humor has changed a little bit since we wrote this. And some of it is not as funny as it probably was when we wrote it in 2017. So, like, the whole thing about, like, Santa being Italian and stuff, I don't know if I would have put that in there if I had written it today.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like yeah, maybe that's funny, but like, why? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's very much. There's some like. I feel like there are things in the show that are kind of written as just gags, and
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with
think
gags, so to speak, but like you're saying, like the Italian thing, that just feels like it's there to be there.
Yeah, it's a little bit like LOL, so random.
Yeah,
like,
so quirky,
or just like, yeah, something like that. I think like I really love like absurd kind of humor or like really out there kind of jokes and stuff. So I don't think that the type of stuff that we were aiming for here is dumb necessarily. I just don't think that we did that very well.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing, like I said, the whole thing with like the horse, like, Mom, I have a fear of horses, and then nothing, and then at the end it's just like, I got over my fear. Like I like that specifically. Yeah. I think that's fun.
No, yeah, I agree, and yeah, there's stuff in there that I think is just I don't want to say, for lack of a better word, like meta kind of.
Yeah. Do you like that?
I like it to an extent, like I like the line in there. What is it, that James says in the beginning when he's like, "Oh no, the chorus actually just said that."
Yeah.
I think that's funny. It's just like it's funny because it's what just happened. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. None of this really. It's really hard to make a lot of this play on paper. Also. Right. Which is something that's difficult. Is like to write comedy and actually make it like funny when you read it. So I feel like in that sense, as like comedy writers, maybe I think fell a little bit short of where we were aiming. Because some of this is a little bit hard to get just reading it off the page.
Yeah, and I think
other than going like, oh yeah, that is a funny part. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like not actually laughing at it.
No, yeah, I completely.
Oh, that part was the funny part.
No, I get what you mean, and like, kind of going back to what you were talking about earlier about absurdism. I am a very big fan of absurdism. Like Ionesco, other absurdist playwrights. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that humor, but looking back on this now, I realize that it's really hard to write absurdism. Because like to me, like maybe this isn't like absurdist, but like to me, for Thomas to be like starting to pray and then go into a song, I think that's hilarious, and I think that's just so abrupt, and it's like it fits because it's what the art form is, and you'd be like, oh, okay, that's a thing that people do, and that's how some shows work, and then we just don't even like fully continue with it. He just sings that one lyric, and then they have a scene together. That's literally like if take West Side Story, like. Tony finds Maria, he sings one lyric, and then they just talk about how in love they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I really like stuff like that. And I feel like this is a little bit in the same vein as like Wet Hot American Summer or something like that, where the jokes don't have to make sense within the story. It's just like, here's a joke, here's a joke, here's a joke, here's a joke.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the jokes in this, find their humor also because, like I said, the art form, too. It's not...
Right, with the chorus and the singing and stuff, yeah. I think that's cool, and I think that we're doing, like, visual comedy stuff here with, like, the snow at the beginning, different kinds of stuff like that. I really like that. I like where our heads were at 17 years old.
Yeah.
But I feel like we had a lot of ambition with like, oh, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this.
Yeah.
I just feel like we didn't necessarily succeed at some of those things. Like, I feel like it should be more absurd.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like we went far enough.
Yeah, no, we definitely had like a whole building to punch through, and we didn't even get close to the roof.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, have you written anything recently? Have you been working on anything?
Yeah, I mean, I have been writing. It is a rock. Do you remember that show that we read in Intro to Theater, Tragedy of Dr. Faustus?
Yeah, I know you love that one.
Yeah, I have been writing a rock adaptation of that show.
Fuck yeah.
It's literally just like, it's kind of the same story, like it follows the same themes as the Marlowe interpretation, where, you know, it's a kid it's this out of high school teen that wants his band to be really good, but his band sucks. And after a performance like goes horribly wrong, he sells his soul to gain like talent. And not fame, but he gains talent from it. And because of that talent, like his band grows. It's kind of the traditional like rags to riches to rags story, because that's kind of what Faustus is. But it's just kind of like it's taking the same things that are done in the Marlowe version of the show and just updating it for a modern audience.
How's it coming?
It's going well. It's one of those things where like I have it all pieced out in my head, but I need to just find a way to put it down on paper. Because like, this is the first time I've ever written anything that, you know, I have a beginning, I have a middle, and an end, and I have everything in between, and I just don't know how to put it out there.
Yeah, I feel that.
Have you been writing anything?
I've been writing some stuff. I mostly have been having ideas for things that I should write. And then not writing. And then not doing anything.
There you go.
Because the scariest feeling in the world is sitting in front of final draft and it's blank, and I don't know what to write.
It's a little tricky. It's a little scary.
It's hard. It's hard to write, yeah.
It's hard to write plays.
It's really hard writing screenplays.
So this leads to my big question then.
Okay.
Do we write a sequel to Unhappy Holidays?
I don't know.
Unhappy Holidays to take on Hanukkah.
They have to kill Moses.
Tomorrow Hanukkah, or today Hanukkah, tomorrow the world.
They have to stop the Holocaust.
Oh.
And then we just like really get into the real issues, you know?
The real. What's that? Jon Stewart told a joke at the Oscars when I think it was 1943 was nominated, and he said he's like, Steven Spielberg did Schindler's List and 1943, and let me speak for all Jews here, I can't wait to see what happens to us next.
Yeah. It's so fun. Yeah.
But in all seriousness, what?
Yeah, they should release a box set of Steven Spielberg's Jewish movies.
Schindler's List, 1943, and Jurassic Park 2.
Right. The dinosaur was Jewish.
The Lost World is actually the Promised Land. No, that's not.
Right. Chris Pratt is Jewish in the movie.
Right.
Yeah. In real life, I think he like hates gay people or something.
Yeah. That's Star-Lord for you.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Do you feel like you're writing sensibilities, specifically like what you're interested in writing, how you write, or whatever, have changed a lot since we wrote this?
Yeah, definitely. And I think the truth of the matter is like in high school specifically, for whatever reason, like I didn't really like know a lot about like cultures and like different religious beliefs, other than like my own at the time, and which is kind of like the Catholic Christianity aspect of the show. Um, so I was really like fascinated by like just telling stories about that. Like I just thought like, because I think a couple years before that, Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas came out, and that's still like one of the best movies ever made. I don't know about you guys, um, and I was just super like interested in like, telling stories that were, I don't want to say unconventional, but like had a religious aspect to them, or like were
Yeah.
founded and rooted in some aspect of that. And so, but now that's not really what I'm interested in. Like, I don't necessarily, not to say I don't find humor in it, but it's more of like, I don't have any desire to create like a story kind of like this, Like, I wouldn't do a play like this again, is what I mean. My interest,
Like this, meaning about religion, or
like, the poking, like the poking fun at, not poking fun, but like, for lack of a better word, like for poking fun at, culture, and like, this is like the new thing, like this is, you don't get it, like whatever. I definitely really don't have that. I don't have interest in writing that. As a producer and a director, I still like that, and I still like the new things to do. But as like a storyteller, like it's just kind of like out of my realm.
Yeah.
What
I
about
think
you?
when we wrote this, I think I and I still kind of feel this way a little bit, but I like joking about Judaism a lot,
Yeah.
because I don't know, I just find it funny, and I think like Jewish people are just like very particular, and there's obviously like lots of different stereotypes and stuff,
Right.
but like the Jewish people that like I grew up around and I know, I don't know, they all have like something like very particularly Jewish about them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's really hard to, it's not just like the stereotypical whatever, it's like, I don't know, it's like personality nuances and stuff that's like, oh, that's so Jewish, but I don't know why, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where a lot of this comes from, the wanting to kind of make fun of that, because I'm like, Jewish people are so specific in the way that they talk and the way that they do this and do that, that I think it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in the specificity of it, but I think if I were to do something like this today, I don't know, I'm more interested today in taking religion seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely more interested in like asking legitimate questions about religion and taking it in a serious manner,
Right.
than more so today than I was then. I feel like I feel like I'm not so interested anymore in going like, Christians are stupid because of this and this or whatever.
Me too.
And it's like that's just like the bureaucracy of it. That's just like the rules. That's like the surface level type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when we talk about religion and we go like, oh my gosh, like Jews are so crazy for doing this, or Christians are so crazy for doing this, it's just like, all right, like you're reading like the instruction manual instead of like understanding like why these things are done or what the point of all of this is.
Right.
So I'm a lot more interested in trying to understand why these things are done rather than making fun of these things.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you completely, and like the same concept kind of falls into like what I'm interested in as well. I think another thing for me too, I don't know if you get this as like a creator or storyteller, but for me, like if something's been done really well before, I struggle with like an interest to do it also. And not necessarily do it like tackle it in the same way. I just mean it more in like the topic of like the joke or whatever you're making humor of is really hard to like do when somebody else has done really well. I was watching a thing like a video essay about when people say this kind of reaches my overall point, but when people say like, "Oh, you couldn't make a movie like Blazing Saddles today," there was a video essay by somebody that was basically saying like, "Well, yeah, you couldn't because the thing that Blazing Saddles is satirizing doesn't exist anymore, and so there's no reason to do what that movie has done." Which is super like I don't know why, but that kind of like pieced it all together for me. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like. That makes a lot more sense. Like, you know, yeah. I kind of had the same thing. Like, I'm not Jewish, but like from my family heritage and the way I look and just who I am as a person, I probably should have been. But, like, yeah, I kind of had that same like, oh, Jews, blah blah blah. Like, you know, funny. It really wasn't until like, you know, kind of going back to the Mel Brooks comedy of. You know, Jews, like, you know, after watching like like a lot of those movies that do those kinds of jokes, like there's that part of me that's like, well, I don't really have anything else to joke. Like, I don't have anything else really to say.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I mean, yeah, it's like it has to come from a like you said, a thing that you want to say.
Right.
You have to have like a point of view about it. So when you feel like you don't exactly have, you know, a strong point of view on something, or, you know, if you don't have like something that you're begging to say about a particular subject, then there's really no reason to, you know, create a piece of art about that because. You know, because if it's not particularly interesting to you, then it's not going to be particularly interesting to anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have sat on a lot of stories in my life that were, you know, I felt like were interesting things, but I knew that I wasn't the person to tell those stories. You know, like I knew like there's a lot of things like, you know, like, you know, stories about the working class or, you know, gender struggles. Like, I'm really fascinated by those stories, but I know that I'm not somebody that, yeah, not necessarily can tell those stories, but I know that I'm just somebody that is not strong enough to tell those kinds of stories.
Well, I think who tells our stories matters just as much as what stories we tell.
Exactly.
And like for instance, for this play in particular, it would be weird if like at least one of us was not Jewish.
Right.
Or, you know, at least it would be, yeah, I think I said that right.
Not
double
one of
negative.
Us, yeah.
You know? Yeah. It would be weird if between the two of us, neither of us was Jewish.
Right.
Because, you know, we're making fun of this and that and this and that.
Right.
You know, if neither of us were Jewish, it might be a little bit like, all right, haha, like kind of, you know, watch what you say a little bit. You're getting a little rowdy there, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have lots of ideas all the time about, oh my God, this story is so fascinating, or this story is so fascinating. But I just know that, like, I'm not the person to tell that story.
Exactly.
here's the goal though. If I can, in my career, get to a place of opportunity where I can give someone else the opportunity to tell that story, then that's what I want to do. Is I've always, since reading it in high school, I've always wanted to do an adaptation, a film adaptation of Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison.
Oh yeah.
I think reading that book, I was like, this would make an incredible movie. There's so many interesting visual metaphors and stuff. Blah 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 blah. But that story needs a black writer, a black filmmaker, it needs a black cast. It needs everybody.
Yep.
Everybody making that has to be black because it's a black story and it's a uniquely black experience. So if I, at some point in my career can produce that, or like help get that made, that's what I want to do for those stories that I feel like I'm not the storyteller for them.
Yeah.
I want to help them.
It's an encouragement thing. Like, if you know that you're not fit for it, but you know that it could be something, or it could be like a bigger than life kind of thing, then you want to encourage that mentality of somebody should do this, or somebody else can do this. That's kind of like a big thing. Right. Is like, I agree with you. Like, it would have been weird if neither of us were Jewish, and I have grown up religious. Like, I've grown up within a Christian household, so there are things in the show that I'm like, I get it, or I've seen it with like the people I've been around in my life. That's where like some of the Christian, like some of the things that like Catherine says in the show, like I 100% have heard from somebody else,
Right. Well, I mean, my grandma talks exactly how Frida talks.
Yeah.
So when I say Jewish accent, I just think of my grandma. But I do think as a storyteller right now, I think you have to put a lot of thought into not only what you write, but like why you're writing it, and who you are in relation to the things that you do. I mean, I feel like I had a point here, but it's escaping me. I'm right now like I'm interested in like learning more about how to tell stories really, and like how to make them interesting. Drama, like I'm really, how to construct drama within a scene, how to keep things interesting and character and stuff.
Right.
I fancied as a person. I'm really, sometimes it's hard for me to like understand something if it's not shown to me. Yeah. Like in a way that I can look at it with my eyes. But so that's made it hard for me to write screenplays for short films, because you have to understand something about literature and not exactly always something about visual filmmaking. Yeah. You have to understand things about stories, and you have to understand things about characters, and you have to understand things about, the psychology of the audience that's watching it.
Right.
And I've really been struggling with that as a writer. So that's what I'm focused on right now, is I think becoming a better literature appreciator, or whatever the word is there, so that I can, be a better writer. I feel like I have a good visual sense, but I need to, I need to understand how characters work. I need to understand arcs and blah, 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 screenwriting class.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No,
I feel like reading this though is really eye-opening, and I'm glad that we did it.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate you coming out and doing this with us. We are reaching over a little close to 2 hours. So I am going to go ahead and consider this stream over. Also, our bandwidth is not very well right now, so oopsie.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for doing this. This is just the end of the stream,
Yeah,
so it doesn't have to be the end of.
I can't see. I can't see like who was watching or who's here, but thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much, and we will see you on the next one.